This is a brand new style by Gabor called Trend Alert in GF 1923, but I have modified this wig. For the record, I never modify or alter a wig style before I do a review. So this took place after the review. I wore it to lunch with my husband, and when I got home, I decided to do this particular modification. I like to call this a baby bang. I added a baby bang. This term baby bang came from my friend Betsy. Thank you, Betsy. I'm gonna borrow this. I'm gonna borrow this term from you. Betsy puts in a baby bang into all of her wig styles, and I think it looks fantastic. It doesn't matter how long or short or voluminous or anything else. It's not a big bang. It's not a full bang as you might think of, but it's just enough to add a little bit of layering to keep it out of the eyes and also to create a nice look around the face. I love that, and I love that Betsy does that. So today I did that on the Trend Alert by Gabor. If you remember, those side pieces were about 7.5 inches. I struggled with them because this style just really wasn't conducive to my normal maneuvers to keep it up and over. I do that a lot because I like the look of the little contour at the front, but I also like that when I add it, it kind of takes the sides away from my face. And this one just kept flopping. So I got home from lunch. I took it to lunch with my husband the day that I did the review. And when I got home, I said, I know just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add a bang. Now, typically, I don't have patience for that kind of thing because there's so many ready-made styles out there, but I dearly love this style and felt like this would be a really nice add-on. So I'm gonna show you what I did today. So adding a baby bang to a style is pretty easy, and it's sort of what I like to call minimally invasive. So we're not doing major surgery here. We're just doing a little bit. So the way this is a lace front and left monofilament side part. And the way that the hair kind of came down in a forward motion, parted right here and around the eyes, but it still tended to want to flop. So all I wanted to do was just do a little bit of an undercut layer and call that a baby bang. So what I did was this. The first thing is that I clipped the fiber back in the areas that I didn't want to cut, okay? So I clipped that back, all those top layers, leaving forward the bang that I wanted to put in. And I do that on both sides. That way it keeps the longer layers out of the face. Plus, when you're done trimming in your little baby bang, those longer layers come in and kind of overlap it, so you don't have to worry too much about blending skills. So you see what I did here. I took it from here to here. That's all the farther that bang went. So what I did was I used only blending shears. They're little teeth there. So they're not taking out all of the hair. It doesn't leave you with a blunt cut. So I pulled the hair together of the pieces that I wanted. Okay. And that looked good to me. And then I twisted it up real tight, and then I cut it to the desired length. So just pulling it up and then moving the blending shears a little bit back and forth in a sawing kind of motion until you've worked your way through. And then I spread it out, and I looked for pieces that were out of place. So I continued to just blend it in just a little bit on the ends. I kind of went down in around the sides too, around the eyes and the face, just to kind of blend into the longer layers, okay? So then, and you can do that as much as you want, but just remember, it's obvious that this isn't gonna grow back, so don't go too far. Just a little bit, a little eensy weensy bit at a time until you achieve your desired result. So some of the issues that you might have are this. Now, I said this wig had a kind of a forward motion. The original fringe kind of hugged the forehead. I felt like it would be a really good candidate for a baby bang. And but some styles, if there's a really high calic or stubborn calic, you may need to use some heat or steam to get that back down over the forehead. Okay, so now I have all of these beautiful options. In fact, I had to go to the dentist yesterday and I wore this. So many compliments. But it's just so much more manageable for me. I like to tuck. I don't know why we don't see more bangs on a shorter wig style. Now this isn't, like you see, it's not a straight across bang. The only visible bang space is just about 2 or 3 inches right there in the middle around the part. That's it. So isn't that adorable and cute? So thank you, Betsy. You inspired me to add a little baby bang to my Trend Alert by Gabor. It's imminently more wearable for me. If you're a fan of bangs, but you're intimidated by putting in a full bang on your own with limited skills. A lot of us don't have stylists that will work on wigs in our area. That's me. So anything I do, I have to do myself. And you can do this. Just follow the instructions that I just gave you. Just be careful not to take too much off in that first pass and work just a wee little bit at a time as you go. And then pull back and take a look at it, restyle it, and see where you are with it. If you need a little bit more, take a little bit more. If it needs a little bit more blending, but the blending shears are the key here. I hope you have a great day. We'll see you soon on TAZSWIG Closet at Wig Studio 1.